What's up guys? Today I'm just gonna jump right into it. We need rock on this wall so I can get the wood burning stove in, finally. So I got some material right out here, some of that concrete board, or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna try to screw it on and then go collect rocks from this property and then mortar them on. Never done this, fingers crossed that it doesn't go terribly wrong. So if you know anything about these concrete boards, they come in sheets by 3 feet by 5 feet. A little different than plywood. So I think we'll be good. 3 feet would be right here with a little extra. I think that's all I'm gonna do. That way we could do the window trim on it also. Luckily I don't have to cut it. So I should be able to put one down all the way, come up to 5 foot, and then do another one, cut it up there. So I should only have to do one cut. Thank God. Before I forget that, I'm gonna put this bottom piece on, because that'd be a pain in the butt. Alright, I got it on there. I went ahead and measured right in the middle, then I did 3 foot, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it up there and screw it on. So I got these screws, they're rock-on, and it's the same brand and everything. So this is what I'm gonna use to screw them on. Should hold it pretty tight. Alright, so you pretty much get the idea of where it's going to be with the rock coming all the way down. So I did get these little metal brackets to hook on, kind of like they do brick. I don't know if that's the way you do it, but that's what I'm going to do. And so I'm going to go out there, collect some rocks and stuff. This is going to be a pain in the butt. It's freaking hot outside, but it'll be worth it. Let's go collect rocks. Lucky for me, there's rock everywhere out here. Alright, so this will just be the first little batch. Literally rock everywhere. So I'm gonna kind of get the bigger ones to get on the bottom. So I'm gonna try to somewhat sort what I would want. Kind of bigger on bottom, you know, something like that maybe. You know, the smaller stuff. It's a little bit bigger. It'll kind of give me an idea of what I'm working with. I somewhat did this whenever I was doing the whatever it's called out there. Whenever I was doing the fireplace, or the fire pit, I mean, and it kind of just get you going from the beginning, and then you can kind of just go from there. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's supposed to look like an old cabin out here. That's the beauty of it. Alright, now that I got them kind of big to small, kind of know what I'm working with, now I get to mix the mortar, and I used Type N. It's for the heat resistant. It's what I used on the fire pit outside. Worked great. So I'm going to use to get on this. Alright guys, this is my first time ever doing this, so I'm sure I'm gonna screw it up. But I cut some strips out of the extra board, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them down here in the bottom as a kind of a little gap, I guess, because I'm gonna put some on the bottom. That way the rock doesn't start all the way on the floor. It'll give it a little bit of a gap there. That way when I come out, it kind of looks a little more even. I don't know, that's in theory. So I'm gonna put this glove on. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, hopefully I mix this good. I don't know if it's too much or not enough, but I think it looks pretty good for what I think. So I'm going to put a little bit on here and kind of put these layers together. This is why I get the gloves. I ended up using my hands more than anything when I did the fireplace outside. This is just to kind of hold it. It's not going to be perfect. I don't really care too much. It's just a little barrier. I'm not too worried. This is where, hopefully, fingers crossed, I do it right. This would probably be a good one to start here. Somewhere. Something like that, I think. My hands. All right, one down, a million to go. So I know anyone that's done this type of work, they're like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to do that way. Blah, 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 blah. I know, it doesn't matter. As long as it gets done and it doesn't fall off this wall, that's all I really care about. I don't know. There's more than one way to skin a cat is what I heard. Now that I got the bottom row, I got these things, they're for bricks. I don't know if this is the proper way to do it, probably not, but it don't matter. We'll figure this out. So pretty much, I'm just going to screw them onto there. That way, whenever the mortar goes on, it'll all work out some way or another. I probably need to cut these a little bit, to be honest, but we'll figure this out. feel comfortable doing right now. I want to let it dry, make sure it's good. I kind of cleaned at the bottom. I kind of did a little bit of cleaning up. I'm gonna let it dry a little more, and then I'll go back and kind of brush the mortar parts of it, make it a little smoother and stuff. But so far, it's coming out pretty good. I hope it dries really good. I hope it stays on there really good. I don't know, fingers crossed. All I could do is just let it dry and check back later. Alright guys, so I'm going to call it a day for this. I'm terrified. I'm not even gonna lie. Never done anything like this that you kind of just mortar up and up and up. So I did a little bit and then I let it dry, and then I did a little bit more. I'm gonna let it dry. It's doing pretty good. I feel like it's pretty solid. Again, I'm just terrified. I've never done this, so I don't want to go way up here and it's wet, this whole thing, and then it starts to crumble at all. So I'm not in a huge rush to knock this out. Clearly, I'll keep working on it, you know, day after day, but I want to just do a little bit at a time. That way it can dry as much as it can and hold itself in there the best it can, because, again, I've never done anything like this. I'm sure, you know, again, if you guys have done this for a long time and have done maybe, you know, this is a career, if you've done this on your own house, whatever, this is not the conventional way. This is not a way to teach you guys how you should do this. This is trial and error just to see if I could do this. It's a freaking tiny house in the woods. It's not a big deal. But I'm super pumped that I'm using rock, literal rock, for my own property. And then the cedar that I have on the outside of the house and everything's from the Sawyer's house. So it's pretty cool to just take natural materials from around here and build a house. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be, you know, professionally done or anything. But it's my house, and I'm super excited. So to be able to have this vision come to life, it's freaking awesome. What y'all doing? I know. All right, guys. I want to show you these rabbits. I know, they're a little scared. But guys, they're getting big. Their eyes are open. Look how big they're getting. It's pretty freaking awesome. I'm gonna put them back so they don't get scared. But they're doing so well. Here's another one real quick. They're doing so good. So good. They're so cute. What you doing, Bandit? Roof, roof. You having a good day? Huh? You having a good day? Oh, soy. What you doing, buddy? Sawyer, what you doing? Yeah, guys, it's been pretty awesome. Working on a tiny house, kind of hang out the dogs a little bit. I wanted to treat them, and that's why I got the hot dogs and stuff earlier. Just kind of, it's hot, it's humid out here, and just like anybody or anything, get a little food in your system. Kind of give you some motivation. And I don't know, I've been working on the Jeep. It's been kind of a pain in the butt lately. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I fixed the shock on it, and it kept overheating. So a lot of you guys, if you remember, I had a black grill over this, and it kind of makes it look like it has like mean eyes or what, angry eyes. I don't know. It's the way the Jeep came, but it kept overheating. So finally, I was just like, man, I don't know what's going on. I replaced other parts in it, checked the radiator, did all the stuff. Well, I took that whole grill off. It's been perfectly fine. So a lot of you guys, you know, said that you were praying that my Jeep would be fixed and I could drive safe and all that stuff. It's actually working really good now. So I appreciate you guys looking out for me. A lot of you guys on Facebook, stuff like that, have said that y'all been praying for me since I got out here, and you know, maybe I wasn't in the best mindset and stuff like that. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the fact that you guys were looking out for me and stuff. I am definitely in a way better mindset now. I'm definitely motivated to do all this stuff. I wish the rock on that fireplace would go a little bit smoother, a little easier, faster, but it's very tedious, and it's one of these things that I want to kind of show you guys with building the tiny house and all that stuff. Is who cares if you don't know what you're doing? Who cares if someone tells you you're doing it wrong? Who cares if someone can do it better or faster or whatever it may be? Who cares? This is my life. This is my tiny house. I am no rush to finish it. I am just trying to learn new skills. That way in the future, if I ended up, you know, building another house, whatever it may be, I learned some new skills, or I can go help somebody and build their house or do projects or whatever it may be. And that's the beauty of all of this, especially YouTube, is just try it out, just figure it out. Let me be the person that experiments and shows you guys what I could do, and then you can learn from my mistakes, or if I did something correct, probably most of the time it's not, you guys could really see, hey, this works, this doesn't work. And I think that's the beauty of YouTube, and that's why I started watching YouTube in the very beginning was, hey, how did these people do it? Let me see how they screwed up. Let me see what I could do to fix their mistakes, if they made any and they couldn't figure it out themselves. So hopefully you guys are getting something like that out of this channel. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it. It's super hot, super humid, and I just want to relax the rest of the night. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna let that stuff dry in there. But I just want to say, appreciate you guys watching, appreciate all y'all support, and see you in the next one.